Do you feel fresher after this season than you did after last year, or that you thought you might after a season like this?
Yeah, actually, last year I was not playing as much, but I feel fresher than I did after camp. Right now, I feel like better than I did for the first game. So yeah, it's like necessary. I feel like, and that's what Coach Johnson's been trying to do for the last 4 years, and he's finally been able to do it.
And then when you are on the sidelines, and guys like Nick are in instead, what are you doing during that defensive series? Are you like watching them and taking mental notes? Are you meeting with other players, or just what?
Yeah,
what
you're just
doing?
watching it. It's like you're getting mental reps on what they're doing, and if you see what they're doing, it's like you're out there and you're just getting more and more experience, thinking about what you're going to do when you do go out there and picking up on little tendencies.
Was Coach Fick one of your main recruiters when you came up here?
Yes, he came down to Moeller, I think twice, just to see me. I was in his position room for my first year, so I know him real well, and he's really close to me.
I know, getting guys to come up here to Ohio State, especially from Southwest Ohio, isn't necessarily the most difficult thing to do, but what was his pitch? What makes his pitch unique as far as a recruiter goes?
He was just a genuine guy. He's got a great family, and he told me, he was very honest and upfront. He told me they have no idea where I'm going to play, what I'm going to do, but he thinks I'd be a great fit for the program, and as long as I put in the work and do my job, then I'm going to get opportunities. He promised me that. That's exactly what I did, and that's exactly what happened. So everything he said to me, I felt like it was going to be true, and it was.
What's Tyquan like?
Tyquan, he's one of my good friends, great guy. He's the leader of the D-line, and what sense do you mean?
I don't know. It's just like we've seen him a lot this year. He's really come out and been a guy who talks as a captain a lot. He seems, I don't know. He just seems like a very mature kind of guy in a lot of ways, who is kind of serious about his job, and I feel like he seems like he takes a lot of pride in what he does.
Yeah, definitely. He's the oldest of a lot of younger siblings, and he when they came and visited him, you see how he takes care of them, and he's just a responsible guy, and that's just how he handles all of his business. He just is like that, father figure, not father figure, but someone you can look up to, who does it right and is there for you when you need him.
How big of a deal is it for any defensive end to know that the defensive end on the other side is going to be getting good pressure as well? Do you need to be good to make Tyquan's job easier? Does he need to be good to make your job easier? And then when Jalen and anybody else is in there.
Yeah, I think it's not just the other side, it's all 4 D linemen, because they can chip us, they can do whatever, but someone's going to have a one-on-one matchup. So as long as we're all getting after it, someone's going to be free. And if you're getting frustrated because you're getting doubled or chipped, that's just freeing up someone else. So it's everybody working together. But you look across and you see the other end. Me and Tyquan before a big third down. You got confidence that we're going to meet at the quarterback.
Anything else for Sam?
Yeah. What's your reaction when you hear Luke Fickell is moving on? Is it an ambivalent thing?
I was surprised just because I didn't think he was going to leave, how long he's been here. But it's a great position. I don't see how anyone can get upset with him for what he's done for this program, and seeing him get a great opportunity like that, and wanting nothing but the best for him there.
But at the same time, will you miss him?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss him for sure. But Coach Meyer always gets the best guys available, and we're gonna miss him. We wish him luck, and excited to see who we're gonna add.
So going back to the Rushman package, how do you guys think that it'll contain Deshaun as opposed to another quarterback who might be more contained to the pocket? Do you think there's a difference in how you kind of go about doing that?
Yeah, sometimes we can take the inside move quicker. We can be more reckless in how we want to win, but we're just gonna rush our lanes more aggressively and stay there with discipline. but we're not going to slow down or.
So there's not really like any change compared to somebody who's just going to throw the ball as opposed to possibly run it.
Yeah, I mean, we do more like you can spin, you can do more reckless stuff because you're not worried about him getting out. But when you're rushing the edge, you're rushing the edge. You're not going to jump inside because he'll roll out. Just little stuff like that.
When you look at what this program has done over the last 3 years, I think y'all have 3 losses. You've been to the playoff twice. You won it once. You have another chance. And last year, y'all's down year was finishing like 4th in the country or something like that, and winning the Fiesta Bowl. So what do you think about where the program is right now, and just what y'all have done over the last few years? You know, just it seems like, you know, y'all are right there with Alabama as one of the best programs in the country right now.
Yeah. Well, when Coach Meyer took the job and started recruiting, that's exactly what he said we were going to do when we got here, and I'm glad I trusted in him and got here at the right time, and that's what we're going to continue to do. We got great recruiting classes coming in. We got great senior classes leading the way, and we're just going to keep it rolling.
Why do you think y'all have been able to, like the 2014 year, it seemed like it happened a year early, and that's kind of the case now where y'all lost, you know, like 9 underclassmen to the draft, and people thought it might be a down year for y'all. Why do you think y'all have had so much success in these types of seasons like 2014 and then this year?
I think it's just because no one sees the guys that are behind all the people leaving. You know, guys will leave this year, and we'll have more guys reloaded, and that's just good recruiting and good competitive excellence for older guys that have been making plays, showing the young guys how to do it, and when they get a chance, they're hungry to
Billy
get
kind of.
after it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
one.
Billy kind of talked about how you know these kids can come in and they can be 5-star athletes, but then it has to take, you know, developing that talent. For you personally, you know, you might not have been as heralded as some other people. You know, how did you go about developing into the player that you are today?
I think it goes all revolves around Coach Mick, and he tells you your body weight, where you're going to play at. He tells you how strong we need you to get, how many reps at 225, how fast, and that just is all where it begins. And then once you establish yourself physically, that's when you go to focusing on improving you do it all at once, but that's how I approach it. I took my redshirt year to get bigger and stronger and just play football, give a good look on scout team, and then when I figured out where I was going to be needed and what my place was on the team, that's when I really worked on improving my skill set.
And when you were being recruited and Coach Meyer was telling you he was going to build this juggernaut here, were there other coaches saying the same thing? Was there other coaches?
I think everyone's saying that, but very few coaches have had success like that.
Well,
So.
well, that's what I wanted to ask you. Why was he more believable?
Just because he's had the success, he has the testimony, and he's convincing guys. Why he's a great recruiter.
I mean, what was the wildest thing that somebody had ever kind of promised you or, you know, said something trying to recruit you? What was just the most obnoxious thing out there?
Well, I didn't get recruited that much. I was only looking at a few schools, but just, I don't know, getting promised I could play both sports while doing school, like just all this crazy stuff.
Not really possible.
Yeah, not really possible.
Yeah.